Coming up on this week's edition of the Met Report, NCAA March Madness came early to the Auraria campus. The Mets basketball team hosts the regional tournament, and we have all the highlights.
Plus, we tell you a way to volunteer around the Denver metro area.
And spring break is next week. There are places you can go in Denver that won't break your wallet. All this coming up next on the Met Report.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Met Report. I'm Paula Ruelas.
And I'm Jeffrey Will. Auraria has seen many additions go up over the last year, and one of them is the brand new B-Cycle station. Benjamin Smith gives us a look at the new options students are looking for an easier commute.
8 months have passed since becoming a university, and Metro continues to rise. On Monday, a new B-Cycle station opened up, the first one that can call Auraria campus its home. With B-Cycle season upon us, the 9th and Curtis Street station is only one of 27 new stations that should be completed by the end of the summer.
And hopefully this is the first of what will eventually be 2 more B-Cycle stations on campus. One will be down at 5th Street near the Auraria West station, and the second will be eventually at Larimer and 11th Street.
Jill Golick explains what this will mean for Auraria campus.
I think B-Cycle is incredibly important because it gives our students, faculty, and staff another transit opportunity, another transit choice. And it's also a sustainable transportation form. It's good and healthy for you, promotes exercise and activity.
If that's not enough, these bicycles are also equipped with options that any urban cyclist could want. AHEC Chief of Staff Blaine Nixon explains.
Sure, yeah, so the bike has a lock that just goes in, and you can use that when you stop somewhere. It's got a nice little bell. It's got a kickstand on it, obviously big basket to put all your backpack in and all that kind of stuff.
Finally, Nixon tells us how easy it is to use B-Cycle.
It was very quick. Just put in your credit card information and your username, and pretty easy to do.
For students who are looking for an alternative method to commute to and from campus, be on the lookout for B-Cycle. For the Met Report, I'm Benjamin Smith.
Be sure to keep a lookout for new stations that will be popping up over the next months.
Graduation is an exciting and memorable time, and this May's commencement ceremony is providing an opportunity to make that day even more special. MSU Denver is extending an opportunity for administration, full and affiliate faculty, and classified staff to present the diploma to their close family members. Close family members are defined as children, children-in-law, grandchildren, spouses, parents, parents-in-law, nieces, and nephews. To participate, email Alex Giles at commencement@msudenver.edu with the following information: the name of the graduate as they requested it appear on their diploma, the department from which the graduate will receive their degree. If the student is a teacher certification candidate, specify their major and whether they are walking. Lastly, email your name and title as you would like it read at the ceremony. For more information, contact Brooke Gerber, Director of Special Events, at 303-556-2999.
Attention graduates, as you prepare to the end of the semester and graduation, don't forget about 2 important items you'll be needing for the commencement. All students that are planning to attend graduation must purchase a cap and gown. Graduates purchase items either in a package or individually. All orders are online and must be in no later than tonight at midnight. Orders placed after tonight may include additional fees and are strictly available on first-come, first-served basis. So if you haven't placed your order yet, you still have time. Visit www.harrisjones.com and place your order.
Out of all the classes that Metro State offers, there isn't a single one that teaches how to manage personal finances. With the semester drawing to a close, those who are graduating have an opportunity to get some quick education on the tricks of managing your money. Rich Grad, Poor Grad is an interactive seminar on April 2nd that educates students on the world of personal finance and how to be well off financially in the future. The seminar starts at 9 a.m. in the Tivoli Turn Hall and features games to help you prepare for the outside world. Graduating seniors, along with the rest of Metro's student body, are invited to get prepared so that they can avoid a sticky situation in the future.
Denver has many events happening over spring break, so you can get out and enjoy your time off without breaking the bank. Here on the campus, Hospitality Learning Center is offering 2 luncheons on Thursday, the 28th, and the next Friday till the 29th, noon on both days. They will offer seminars about hospitality themes, and the cost to attend is $15. Off campus, the Denver Museum of Nature and Science is hosting mammoths and mastodons, titans of the Ice Age, through Wednesday, March 27th. Ticket prices range from $9 to $14 with a student ID. Exhibit runs 9 a.m. through 5 p.m. daily. If you want to have fun in the sun and get moving, the Bunny Bolt 5K 10K is taking place on March 30th in the Denver City Park. Also on March 30th, the Stanley Film Festival kickoff party, which will be taking place at 5:30 at the Sci Film Center on Colfax Avenue.
Are you graduating this year and are in need of a job or simply just looking for one? This year's Spring Job Fair is on April 4th, taking place in the Tivoli Turn Hall. Over 65 companies are to be present and are hiring for full-time, part-time, and summer positions. Students are encouraged to dress professionally as well as having their resumes ready to distribute to the employers. The Spring Job Fair will serve as a great resource for students to establish their professional image, make an impression on employers, find jobs, internships, and more. The event starts at 10:30 a.m. and lasts until 2:30 p.m. To see the list of employers, log on to MSU Denver Job Link.
It's that time of year again where you're just trying to get through midterms, but you have to start thinking about next semester. Priority registration for the summer semester will begin Monday, April 1st. To check when you can register, log on to your ConnectU account and go to My Service Registration. Click on Registration and go to the Add Drop Waitlist and select Summer 2013. Continuing students without holds on their account are eligible to register tuition payment for the summer. It is due on Friday, May 24th, and classes may start on Tuesday, May 28th.
Bonfils Blood Center will host a Cesar Chavez Blood Drive at MSU Denver on Wednesday, April 10th from 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. A Bonfils Blood Mobile will be parked near the 7th Street at Curtis behind the Arts Building. In order to participate, you must be at least 18 years old, and having a tattoo does not exclude your participation as long as it was over a year ago. Each blood donation can help save as many as 3 lives. Light snacks will be given after the end of the donation.
Spring semester brings STEM Week to the Auraria campus. This week's programs were put together that highlight science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The Met Report headed to the Tivoli to check out one of the activities. STEM Week began on Monday with a Women in STEM's career panel. The event was a collaboration between CU's Women's Resource Center and Metro's Institute for Women's Studies and Services. The occasion brought together 5 women from a variety of professions to share their experiences and achievements with students. The jobs ranged from engineer to biologist to a senior recruiter. Metro Seminar Mimi Zhang moderated the discussion and asked the panelists the questions about their fields and what real-world advice they offer to women regarding pursuing a career in STEMs. The hope is that the students were able to take away from invaluable information. Carissa Weaver tells us more.
There's so many things and there's so many options out there. To hear the real jobs that people have is refreshing, and to know that someone can do it.
There are so many great events coming up for spring break. Jeffrey, are you doing any of those?
I'm actually thinking about catching the mammoths and mastodons. That looks like a great event.
Yeah, same here. When we come back from the break, Brittney Carter joins us for EntertainMET to get you caught up on everything going on in Hollywood.
And there was a march in Denver this past week to raise awareness for the conflict in Syria.
The Met Report is brought to you today in part by the Health Center at Auraria, a proud sponsor of the Healthy Moves program. Healthy Moves brings Zumba, belly dancing, Nia, Pilates, and yoga classes to Auraria for free as part of tuition and fees. Classes are offered Monday through Friday. You can find the full schedule on the Wellness channel in ConnectU or on the Health Center website at msudenver.edu/healthymoves. Also, real-time updates are on Twitter at BeWellAuraria, and news and events are on Facebook at Health Center at Auraria.
Welcome back. Colorado Department of Corrections Chief Tom Clements was shot to death in his Monument home Tuesday night. A car chase in Texas led to a possible suspect who was seen driving the car seen in Clements' neighborhood at the time of his murder. Evan Spencer Abel, a paroled Colorado inmate, led Texas authorities on a high-speed chase/shootout that ended with an officer injured and the suspect fatally wounded. Investigations are ongoing to confirm Abel's connection to the murder of Chief Clements. We'll keep you updated as the investigation unfolds.
Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper signed a new gun laws on Wednesday, expanding background checks on gun purchases and limiting the size of ammunition magazines, placing our traditional firearm-friendly state among the handful to pass new restrictions in the wake of the shooting in Newtown, Connecticut.
I think we're at a point where we just have to try to do more to keep guns out of the hands of dangerous people. And asking people, I recognize what an inconvenience it is, but asking people to have a background check. If you're selling a gun to your neighbor should go down to a gun store or another place where you can get a background check taken care of, and just make sure we're not selling guns to people that have histories of violent felonies or histories of serious mental illness.
The civil conflict in Syria continues to fill the media as thousands of families and children are killed and massacred. Recently, a group of Denver Syrian activists grouped together and marched for those innocent lives. Please be aware that the following contains graphic material. Hassan Shah has more.
It's a big day at Denver with the St. Patrick's Day parade going on, people wearing green. But right here on the steps of the Capitol, people are also wearing green, but voices are striving to be heard.
Long live Syria! Long live Syria!
Flags raised, faces painted, and voices heard as a group of Syrian activists gathered by the state capitol Saturday afternoon and marched through 16th Street Mall, marching for Syrian freedom. The march marked the second anniversary of the Syrian Revolution. As Denver marched, so did the rest of the globe.
Know something is happening, and that there is people in solidarity.
The march took place to spread awareness about the attacks taking place on innocent Syrian civilians from the Syrian regime. Brutal crimes claimed the lives of over 70,000 Syrians.
People have been dying for almost 2.5 years, 2 years now, and no one's done nothing about it. It's absolutely a disgrace.
The march also captured the attention of local Denver citizens.
I don't know. I don't know what Americans think. I haven't seen any polls to any effect whether Americans are pro-Assad or...
See, as you can see, voices were heard today and the march was a big success. Coming up next month is another event for Syria. Syria, a humanitarian crisis. It's a dinner and all proceeds go to Syrian refugee camps. For more information, you could go to irusa.org. For the Met Report, I'm Hassan Shah.
The annual graffiti run is a color-packed 5K course that is more about having a blast with friends and family than winning first place. This benefit serves to get money for local college and scholarship funds. This event is on April 28th at 8 a.m. at Elitch Gardens, and the price is $50. If you would like a free ticket, just volunteer with setup on April the 27th, the day before the race. For more information, visit www.graffitirun.com and hurry because there are only a few spaces left.
Are you looking for a volunteer opportunity to add to your resume? St. Paul Church has an opportunity for you. Nancy Miramontes and Amber Garcia have more.
We are outside of the St. Paul Church, where volunteers help to prepare and serve food to the homeless people.
This church is very beneficial to homeless people in many ways. You as a student can help volunteer as well. Let's go check it out.
Let's go!
Being a volunteer is very beneficial for you as a student and also is fun to participate in.
I get to meet people and just have fun. It goes good on my resume. I can give back to the community.
Every Monday, the homeless people go and enjoy the food at the church.
It helps me and everybody else around me and the people that I know. I tell you what, Denver is one of the best people in the whole world. They give and they share. I wish there was more people in the world like these people. You know that? Definitely. If there was more people in the world like this, there wouldn't be no homeless.
Catherine started this event 20 years ago. She felt there was a need and she filled it.
She gets donations and we go around to all the supermarkets and pick up all the food that they're going to throw away. I've been here for 7 years doing it, and I'm one of the head cooks now. We have a lot of students. We'll probably have about 150 volunteers each day that come in.
Metro students are invited to participate in this event.
Just to come every Monday. Come for an hour, come at lunch. We can use you for any part of the day.
Thank you for joining us today for the Met Report. I'm Nancy Miramontes.
And I'm Amber Garcia.
If you are interested in being a volunteer, stop by the St. Paul Church located on Grant and 17th.
The recent presidential election ignited many changes to the country, especially here in Colorado. Opera Colorado experienced a monetary impact that the election left behind and is now taking steps to ensure its survival to the next election year.
We launched our year-end campaign a few weeks early this past year because we know that in election years, particularly presidential election years, people tend to refocus in the weeks leading up to the election, but usually the minute the election is over with, everything sort of bounces back to normal and you move forward from there. There was a hesitation, and many of our major donors were very hesitant and basically had said, you know, until we know what's happening in Washington, it's going to be very tough for us to make a decision about doing something major for the organization.
We want people to experience the opera first. So if you've never seen an opera, if it's an art form that you don't know, or you've never been here to the Ellie Calkins Opera House or seen what Opera Colorado can do, the first way in is to buy a ticket. We've significantly reduced the budget to bring it more into line with the level of donation that we got last year. A lot of people now are going to the opera in a movie theater. For the artist, there's a completely different experience. They have to sustain their performance throughout the entire evening. And some of these operas can be 3, 4, even 5 hours long. For a movie, they can splice it and then do close-ups, and then you can rest, and so you don't really see the full performance in the movies. In addition, as an audience goer, it doesn't come to life in the same way, and for me, it's not even close to the same kind of experience. For me, there's really no substitute for the live performance.
Don Giovanni, the upcoming performance, opens on March 30th. You can purchase tickets on operacolorado.org. You know, I've heard so many good reviews about the Don Giovanni, I might just check it out myself.
Oh, same here. The Opera Colorado always puts on the greatest shows. And to give us an update on the weather report, here's Benjamin Smith.
Thank you, Paula. Now, spring is in the air, and our spring break is next week, but don't get too excited because we do have a few days of cold weather in the forecast. All right, we've got a high of 25 degrees tomorrow on Saturday in Denver with a low of 15 degrees. DIA has a high of 28 degrees with a low of 12. Down in Lamar, we've got a high of 64 degrees with a low of 14. Colorado Springs is a high of 29 degrees and a low of 9. Moving on over to the west side of the state, we got a high of 28 degrees over in Gunnison and a low of 0 degrees. So if you're heading out that way, make sure you grab a couple extra jackets. We've also got a high of 63 degrees in Grand Junction and a low of 34 degrees. Moving on over to Sunday's forecast, we've got a high of 25 degrees in Denver with a low of 17 degrees. We've got a high of 30 degrees in DIA with a low of 12. And we've got a high of 27 degrees over in Gunnison with a low of 12 degrees. And then a high of 48 over in Grand Junction. Moving on to our 7-day forecast. Like I said, we've got some snow in the forecast. On Monday, we've got some flurries with a high of 24 degrees and a low of 13 degrees. Tuesdays, the sun's going to come out a little bit with a high of 34 degrees and a low of 24, as well as Wednesday with a high of 44 degrees. Unfortunately, on Thursday, we've got a high of 38 degrees with some more snow showers. But finally, on Friday, it's going to warm up with a high of 50 degrees and a low of 36. So if you're planning on doing anything exciting for your spring break that involves being outside, make sure you schedule it for Friday. Well, that'll be it for this week's edition of The Weather. My name is Benjamin Smith, and we'll see you after the break.
Are you free April 5th through the 7th? Great! You're just in time to join thousands of media makers, artists, and activists coming to Denver for the National Conference for Media Reform. More information is available with a text to NCMR13 to 32075 or visit conference.freepress.net.
Now joining us for EntertainMET is Brittney Carter to give us the latest in Hollywood. Brittney?
Hey Metro, I'm Brittney Carter, here to hook you up to all the ooey gooey gossip from the Holly world. So for all you Lil Wayne fans out there, don't worry, Tunechi is going to be just fine. Weezy was released from the hospital late Monday night in West Hollywood. He spent 6 days in the hospital, most of them in the ICU after suffering somewhat of a drug overdose that triggered a series of massive seizures. Too much of that purple drank, Weezy. On Friday, TMZ reported that Lil Wayne was basically on his deathbed and was waiting to be read his last rites. That caused Mac Main to speak out on Twitter and trash TMZ, saying that they were wrong and Weezy was doing just fine. Weezy even later tweeted that to his fans that he was doing okay. After that, TMZ posted saying Lil Wayne was slowly stabilizing and that Weezy tweeted but claimed he was resting at the time of the tweet. I don't know what to believe, but I'm so happy to see that Weezy is pulling through okay. Here at the Met Report, we like to award good behavior. So for this week, we sent a big congratulations to Chris Brown. Brown was finally able to stay out of the media and out of any physical altercations that we know of. Good job, Chris. Keep it up. We also look at bad behavior, which is why Kim Kardashian is getting a big boo for this week. New proof has surfaced proving that Kim is a fake. A witness has stated that some of the scenes on Keeping Up with the Kardashians were fabricated and filmed after her divorce to Kris Humphries had already been filed. An executive producer of the show also admitted that Kim refilmed her joy of Kris's proposal because she gave a bad reaction. Humphries did try to link these false TV moments to Kim frauding their marriage, but all the depositions in the world won't prove that she lied about loving him. So Kris, give up already. Several celebs hit the courtrooms this week, including Lindsay Lohan and Bobby Brown. Michael Jordan also dealt with legal issues, but luckily for him, Pamela Smith, the woman who claimed MJ as her baby daddy, filed for dismissal. Even though she can refile for child support at any time, it is rumored that MJ and Pamela reached a settlement outside of the courts with her agreement to not take legal action against him. So, in other words, it is that easy to get money out of MJ. Just claim you have his kid and he'll shower you with hush money. Some of Hollywood's hottest people are getting together and breaking up. Jaden Smith, son of Will Smith, and Kylie Jenner were spotted going out on dates, and it is rumored that they are an item. Tiger Woods and Lindsey Vonn finally came out and admitted that they are a couple, even though we already knew. Ryan Seacrest dumped his girlfriend of 2 years, Julianne Hough, right after 3 pieces of her jewelry had been stolen out of her car. So to all you women out there, Seacrest is now on the market, but don't leave over $100K worth of presents in your car or you will get jacked and dumped. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez finalized their breakup this week, and it is said since their split, Justin Bieber is on a downward spiral without her. Selena recently did an interview with David Letterman and claims she made Bieber cry. Check this out.
That's not going on now.
No, I'm
you're
single,
fine.
yeah.
You're fine.
I'm so good.
Good, yeah. I think you're fine. Now, the last time he was on, he and I got into a conversation, and he said something, and then I said something, and then he said something, and I said something, and I made him cry.
Well, then that makes 2 of us.
Oh, that's just too funny.
Yeah, I can't believe Lindsay and Tiger actually are dating. I mean, it's pretty crazy that she would do that.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Careful, Miss Vaughn, because you may not be the only one.
Moving on. Coming up after the break, Peter Aragon joins us on desk for all the March Madness highlights for Metro men's basketball team.
It's brought to you in part by MSU Denver Career Services. It's time to sink your teeth into the right job. The 2013 Spring Career Fair will be held from 10:30 to 2:30 April 4th in the Tivoli Turn Hall. This is your chance to learn more about jobs in government, hospitality, business, retail, computer science, criminal justice, and more. And if you dress professionally, remember to bring your resume and practice your professional introduction with a career service counselor. You'll have a chance to win Rapid tickets. For more information and to see what companies will be there, visit msudenver.edu/career.
Welcome back. Now joining us on desk for Met Report Sports is Peter Aragon. And Peter, sounds like March Madness started for all Roadrunner fans.
Yep, it started early while everyone was watching all the conference tournaments in Division I college basketball. The focus here at Metro was the start of the NCAA 2 tournament. The men's team came in as the #1 seed in the South Central Region tournament, their first time in this region, looking to repeat as region champions though for the second straight year. First up was the #8 seed Tarleton Texans from the Lone Star Conference. Metro really controlled this game the whole way. Michi starts things off in transition, uses the glass for the bucket. Then RMAC Player of the Year Jonathan Morris fakes right and gets his man out of the way for the beautiful hook. The Texans' Chuck Guy did everything possible to keep this game close. He scores in the paint, and then in the second half he shows his range from the outside. He scored a season-high 29 points, but Metro would pull away late. Brand Jefferson would find J-Mo wide open all alone, and he dunks, he gets fouled by the defender, and Metro wins the first game 76-65.
For our guys, we just worked the game for 40 minutes. I thought our defense wore them down, and at some point you could see the fatigue, and they made a good hard fight, and they made a couple threes at the end there. We withstood every rally that they threw at us.
Next team up was Midwestern State, who wouldn't give Metro the game that easily. In the first 10 minutes, they could hit anything, and I mean anything. If they were trying to skip rocks in the middle of the desert, they would have hit water. They went 9 of 10 from the field while also going perfect from behind the arc to start the game. Metro comes storming back though. Beautiful feed from Cooper to J-Mo for his 1,500th career point, and he also pulled down rebound 1,000 in the game. Metro went on a 26-8 run to end the half and takes a lead 33-28 into the half. Second half was back and forth, but Metro would come out on top of this one 66-60 to move on to the regional championship. But hey, Big J-Mo, what was it like to get 1,500 career points and pull down 1,000 career rebounds?
I don't really tell a lot of people this, but that preseason, one of my individual goals was actually get 1,500 points and 1,000 rebounds to get it in the single game, in the regional game. It's truly special that I actually got it. I chose those because if I achieved those, I'd be doing what I needed to do for my team to be successful.
The #2 team in the region, St. Mary's, returned to their second straight regional tournament to try and stop Metro from winning their second straight. Metro starts off the scoring, but Karen flies by for the layup. The Rattlers would not give in though, led by senior Daryl Taylor, who even with a hand in his face has no problem scoring. He led all scorers with 25. Metro would control a 10-point lead going to half though, and after the Rattlers cut the halftime lead 2-3, Nicholas K answers back with 3 of his 19 points right here. And then in transition, McCarran dumps it off to K, who goes up and under to push the lead to 10 again. And Metro hits key shots down the stretch to win their second straight regional tournament and headed to Louisville, Kentucky for the lead 8. So Nick K, how long do you guys get to celebrate this one?
So I think tonight we'll all enjoy it, but at the end of the day, we've got to get refocused for the next team we've got to play. So enjoy it tonight, come back tomorrow, maybe enjoy a bit of tomorrow and then get ready to go.
God, you're harsh, man. Enjoy it, man. I wasn't going to say anything about that. Let it ride, man. I'm enjoying it to the next Elite Eight. I mean, he'll enjoy it.
I'm enjoying it to the next game.
Even when we start practice, he'll still be enjoying it.
Well, some awards were handed out. Clark was named NABC All-District Coach of the Year, and J-Mo named to the Daktronics Second Team All-America and was named to the All-Region Team along with Brandon Jefferson. So there's a lot of awards going out, but unfortunately for our women's team, they did lose in the second round to Midwestern State, but men's team still moving on. So
I've got Metro going all the way in my bracket, all the way.
Like I said, I'll fire you if you don't.
Right, well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of the Met Report. For Paula Ruelas, Brittney Carter, Peter Aragon, and Benjamin Smith, and the whole Met Report staff, I'm Jeffrey Will, and we'll see you on campus.